Right now, though, we got to get to some more fantasy football conversation. Flame, shocker, specials, wide receiver, and tight end. Fantasy Flame under 60% started. Who do you like this week?
I'm going to go with a guy that usually I don't trust, but by default, I think he's going to have a big week. So I like the Chiefs in the Super Bowl rematch. I know everybody likes Philly. Give me Hollywood Brown, 26% started this week. Xavier Worthy's dealing with the shoulder injury, unlikely to play. Rashee Rice is suspended for the next 5 weeks still. And in week 1 against the Chargers, when Worthy got hurt, it was all Hollywood Brown. He had 10 grabs for 99 yards on 16 targets. I think right now Kelsey's situational. I do like Juju Smith-Schuster, in deeper formats. He had 5 grabs for 55 yards on 5 targets. Obviously, Mahomes trusts him, but by default, I think Hollywood Brown gets another double-digit targets, even against a good Eagles secondary that was a little shaky against the Cowboys, man. Dak balled out. So give me Hollywood Brown here at 26%.
Yeah, Hollywood Brown's a great name at target for sure. I can't believe he's only 26% started. Should be closer to at least 50% in my mind. Look, he's going to be that dirty worker underneath, much like he was in week 1. It could be another double-digit target kind of game. I think at a minimum, you're looking at like 7 receptions for him. The over-under right now at BetMGM is 5.5 catches. Juice way to the over at minus 155, but I think he's going to cash that with considerable ease. You might want to parlay that so you can reduce the juice and get seduced by the juice. By the way, I'm going to say in the same game, go a little bit deeper, though. Oh, yeah, love that. First pass of the game to Austin Eckler off the hand of Jane Daniels. Please and thank you. We need more of that. Short game, but I'll take it. I remember I'm the over 3.5 catches at plus 125. But Juju Smith-Schuster is a guy that you shouldn't sleep too hard on in a 12-team or deeper league. Only 1% started right now for Yahoo League members, taking on that Philadelphia Eagles defense. Juju, a pretty good game last week. 5 catches for 55 yards on 5 targets. You might say, oh, that's par, Evans. I understand, but in PPR leagues, I got the job done in a pinch, to say the least. But you look at Juju, a guy that was number 12 in total yak in week 1, so we can get it done after the catch. He's still only 28 years old. Whether he's operating out the slot where he lined up 28% of the time last week or working outside, and I'm hoping he's going to work more outside in this game because Adoree Jackson is a coverage liability for the Philadelphia Eagles. He gave up the most yards of any defensive back in week 1 of the NFL season, 103 to be exact, along with a 113.7 passer rating. Philadelphia is a collective just number 19 and drop back EPAD. Again, Juju Smith-Schuster, he's got some shocker special appeal. Oh, hell yes, another catch to Austin Eckler. I absolutely love that. Keep dumping it down to him, Jaden Daniels. But I do like Juju to get at least 5, maybe even 6 grabs. And by the way, that was 3rd down as Washington comes out. Did not get the first down. They got to punt back to Green Bay. Let's look at the flip side of the coin. Fantasy lame, bigger name players available in pretty much 0% of Yahoo leagues, but widely started over 50% of those Yahoo leagues. Who you think's going to have a letdown this week? Who is it?
Well, I'm going against Tyreek Hill, who's still 72% started, but I feel like that's low-hanging fruit, and I do it every week. So let's go instead with Malik Neighbors, who was shouting at his... What is Matthew Golden doing? And is that a penalty? What in the hell? So Malik Neighbors was shouting at the coaching staff. Now, he was heavily targeted week 1. He did have 12 targets from Russell Wilson, but he caught 5 of them for 71 yards. And now, going up against Dallas, who surprisingly, the secondary held up pretty well against the Eagles. Now, granted, they ran the ball down their throats, but they only gave up 144 passing yards, no touchdowns. I don't trust Malik Neighbors right now until it's Jackson Dart time.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. And, he's not operating in full capacity either. He's been dealing with a lot of nicks and scrapes. He's one of the premier wide receivers in the league, an incredible deep threat. We thought he'd be a terrific match with Russell Wilson and those moon balls that he throws. But Russell was pure trash. He was stanky last week. It's only a matter of time before Jackson Dart gets the nod, and you believe it's going to be before October, and I'm starting to buy into that belief as well. So I think it's a good call there, Malik Neighbors. Could be another subpar game for him in back-to-back weeks to begin the regular season here in 2025. I'm going to go with Jameson Williams, exactly 50% started right now in Yahoo leagues, taking on my Chicago Bears. It looks like they're going to get Jalen Johnson back. Practice in full today. Betalytics has him projected for exactly 55 receiving yards, a low percentage chance to find the end zone. So it could just be a vanilla kind of subpar game for him. Whether he gets Jalen Johnson or maybe Nahshon Wright. Wright was awesome at coverage in week 1. He had the 10th best coverage grade as tracked by Pro Football Focus. Only gave up a 29.2 passer rating to his assignments. Jamo, healthy 5 targets last week. Healthy 4 grabs, only went for 23 yards. I mean, that Detroit offense looked anemic. Really only have one direction to go, and that is up. I think this game will be kind of a shootout kind of style game. I think it's going to be a higher scoring affair. I already bet the over on it. He was also shockingly only number 79 in total air yards in week 1. So, again, just an average, mundane effort is what I'm fearlessly forecasting this week for one Jameson Williams, started right now, 50% of Yahoo leagues. All right, grab a shovel. We're digging deeper. Our shocker special, under 15% started, either a tight end or a wide receiver. Who do you have?
I'll go with the wide receiver, and he made me a bunch of money last week, so if it's not broke, we don't fix it. Give me Cedric Tillman. Last year, 5 healthy games, and he had 354 yards, 4 touchdowns, 29 grabs on 48 targets. And week 1, 5 grabs, 52 yards, and a touchdown on 8 targets. And if you go back to, week 8 last year against Baltimore, he had 7 grabs for 99 yards, 2 touchdowns on 9 targets. Let's go with Cedric Tillman, man. I think he's a solid number 3 fantasy receiver this week.
You don't know this, but I actually bet on him today on the over on receiving yards. That number opened at 39.5 right now. I bet MGM, and I immediately grabbed it. I concur with you, Captain, on Cedric, especially against a secondary they got absolutely picked apart last week, and they're going to be playing from behind. My guy, slap that booty, Kayshon Boutte. I'm a believer in him. A guy that was top 3 in total air yards in week 1, 8 targets, 6 catches, 103 yards. Probably a long shot for him to replicate that, but maybe he breaks a long one and finds the end zone. It is Miami after all. The Friendly Flippers are number 25 in drop back EPA defense so far this season, and he's got to get the veteran Rasul Douglas, who gave up 18.7 yards per catch in week 1. Trust Kayshon Boutte at wide receiver 3, 12-team deeper leagues or in the flex position.